sake of patriotism and all that wonderful stuff. And this match has been kind of like a revenge for Canada. Canada lost their first best of 3 against America, and now they want to get revenge. They want to beat the Americans. Both teams have qualified, however, to the LAN finals. The LAN finals will take place between October the 8th and 11th. Note the date. In Belgrade, Serbia, at the massive and beautiful Sava Center, where we'll have 16 teams playing for 100k. So make sure to put that in your little book, your little diary. You've got a diary, haven't you, Chewy? You seem like one of those people.
I just do it on my phone, to be honest, mate. I'm not very good with things like that, so I just
Really?
have it automatically on my phone. I've got like a massive calendar on there.
But I thought you were one of those guys who'd have a diary, to be fair.
Nah.
You seem like one of them.
Why do you think that?
You've just got that face, man. You've got the
I've just got that face of a diary user, do I?
Yeah, I mean, I look at Chewy and I see the face of a compassionate man who has a diary.
Right. Well, I'll take that as a compliment all the same. You know, I'm not sure if it was meant to be.
I don't know if it's weird,
thanks,
but
bro.
I don't know if you guys know Chewy. If you take a look at his beautiful pictures, if you take a look at his face, you'll definitely have that feeling that he is a man with a diary. But regardless, you don't have a diary, Chewy. You use your phone, right? So if you do use your phone, use your diary. Use papyrus. If you use whatever, like just papyrus.
Papyrus. That's like the Egyptian paper, right? Wow.
Why did I call it papyrus? Yo, I haven't heard that word in so long.
Yourself a deeper grave.
Yo, ancient Egyptians right now are writhing in their graves, mate. They are like, this guy is the worst ever. We're gonna kick his ass so hard. Oh dear Lord. Anyway, so papyrus, yeah. If you've got papyrus as well, right, 8th to 11th. We're gonna have tickets that people through Europe and America can book to come to the event and come to the LAN finals, chill with the players. There's going to be 16 teams from all over the world, many professional players, and it's going to be a huge, awesome event. So yes, put it in your papers. Knife round here. It's Inferno, the deciding map, and we've got Spartan style. Oh, look at this. Interesting tactics here from the Americans. I wonder, in real life, if you got all the Americans in the world and all the Canadians, gave them a knife and told them to play knife round, in real life, who would win?
I think just on pure geographical basis, the USA would win because they probably outnumber the Canadians by quite a lot. But
no, let's say you have like loads of 5-on-5s. You make Inferno in real life,
right?
And then you make Inferno in real life, and then you make loads of 5. You split up 300 million people into teams of 5, and then Canada into teams of 5, and then you make them fight. Who do you think would win?
Did we just see two? Was I like dreaming, or did Daps kill 2 players with pistols in that knife round? Or some, I have no idea. But no, I still think USA would win it. To be quite honest, like they've. This is going to be really bad. USA don't hate me, but like they've got the aim locked in with their gun violence in that country, so they can probably lock it in with knives as well.
What happened there?
I have no idea, like if that was live or not, because like. It looked live with a knife round, and then Daps backed off towards quad.
I think maybe one person was AFK that we didn't notice. I don't know.
I don't know. But like Daps killed 2 people with the Glock, so I was like, oh. But they lost the round anyway, so I have no idea.
Ah, so I know the answer to my question. Who'd win?
Right.
The Canadians would win. Because
and why is that?
Daps would take out his USB and kill people and then win. Just like he did there. What do you think? Is that logical?
Again, I'll go back to my comment about they've got their aim locked in with the gun violence in that country. So yeah, maybe so.
Yeah,
Shots
it would be.
fired.
You'd need like some kind of safety board that removes people's weapons before they enter the arena. But
yeah, like a kind of filtering system. Like they have at airport gates when you go through like the metal detector.
The thing is, I don't think it's a good idea because a lot of people would die just for a stupid social experiment. But
you never know.
But
Those things have happened.
We're gonna replay it, so it's gonna happen again. We're gonna see. Ooh, are we going to replay? I think we're going to replay it. Because, I mean, unless Canada are like, alright, cool. Oh, no. Canada just gave them the knife round.
Interesting. I have no idea what's going on right now, but, I mean,
no, Fugly won the knife round, right?
Yeah, so USA won the knife.
So they won the knife round anyway.
Despite Daps picking up 2 kills with a Glock in a knife round. So USA won it anyway, but the thing is that I don't know if Canada had the player who was AFK or the issue, which is why Daps pulled out a pistol. I don't know, but all the same, we're definitely live now into the pistol.
Mate, he just lost his sanity and then started killing people with the pistol. Thought it was pistol round. Fugly's going to be charged here by the terrorists over that apartment. Doesn't land any shots. Finally takes down Harvey. He's got support from his teammates. Goes back out to peek Wabbit, who's taken over towards the site to take down Peter. But Peter takes down Semphis. Another frag here for the Americans as Sans will put an end to the life of 3 Canadians in sharp manner over towards the A site. So first round for the Americans, pistol round for them. No more Canadian luck with the pistol rounds. And the Americans are actually going for P90s here. 3 P90s. No, 2 P90s. 3 P90s. Yeah, 3 P90s on the American side. You don't get money bonus for it, so I don't know why they might have been better just going for Mac 10s or MP7s or whatever, but
yeah. Well, we've seen another roster change actually here. I'm just trying to work out again who all the players are because we've seen Sanks come back.
Daps has gone in.
Yeah, that's it. It's all over the place once again with rosters, with Naf, with that Deagle takes down Peter there. He's not going to be happy with that. So really good amount of damage actually done on this kind of force by eco, whatever you want to class it as, from Canada here. But 3 Pro 90s still in their way.
Pro 90. Wait, do people still say Pro 90?
Well, I do, even if nobody else does.
Well, I do. I don't care what other people think.
Yeah, right.
Once I said Pro 90 and people just went rage, man. Absolute rage. Like, oh my god, dude, how can you still say that word, man? It's so cringe.
Best accent ever.
You like my accent? You know, I can do some nice accents. People who have been with us since the European Championships know I can do some nice accents. In those long, lonely nights when I solo cast for like 6-7 hours, I have to pull out some accents. There's one accent.
You need to like steal what Kyanite does, because he always does, because I can't.
But he does
always
accents.
cast a knife round in accents.
No.
That's his kind of like
really?
trait. So I think you should steal it from him.
It's an Arab thing, mate. We like accents. That's why. But good usage of the P90s from the Americans, and there you have it. Clean round for them, Chewit.
Clean and easy, rocket jump. So. Sank 6 kills already on the board, and no deaths to his name. But this is going to be really interesting now for the USA, because we've got 5 AK-47s coming in for Canada here. Obviously buying up now that they've lost those first 3 rounds. But USA is still deciding to go for the
it's the P90s. USA sponsored by the manufacturers of P90. That is who manufactures P90s.
I think it could be Heckler and Koch, but I'm not.
You
too
actually
sure.
know
I'll
the names? Wow.
Yeah, I used to be like an army guy, geek kind of thing. But
really?
Anyway, Peter with the AWP. Starting things off on the DAP, so already, even with 4 P90s in hand, the USA starting strong here.
USA star Heckler and Koch. That should be the in-game names. Canada, though, losing their man early on to the P90 rush. And the thing is, right, in this point in time, the Americans, other than the AWP, they don't have better weapons, so they should be winning those 1v1s, the Canadians. But good play there, going for the aggressive push and keeping Canada at bay. And now backing away with the mid-smoke, or the semi-aggressive smoke at Banana. The terrorists are going to the A site, however. And I think they're going to try and rush Peter. Do they have any smokes? Yep, they've got a smoke. They can smoke off library, force Peter out, then push in towards the site, get the bomb planted, and they have, I believe, Wabbit trying to hold the flank. Naf goes down. Peter's still alive. Takes down Harvey. Now it's Wabbit on his own. In a 1v5. Needs an ace. Won't get anything. Stance will make the final frag. So USA with another round on the scoreboard to make it 4-0. And Canada, not a lot of money. They have to... they're going for a force buy over the Leals.
Yeah, interesting buy. I mean, like, that play at the end there kind of... It took me a while to actually notice it, which is really bad as a caster. But we saw one player, which I think may have been Naf, apologies if that's wrong, lurking at the top of top of Banana even. Yeah. So it didn't surprise me that those final 2 players who went out over towards Arch or Long,
we're going to the B site,
whatever people call it. Yeah, we're going to B site and wrapping it. Good idea to try and cut them off, but it didn't quite work. Peter once again picks up the opening flag of the round with the AWP. This force buy is really, really risky by Canada, and so far it's not worked out. Stewie has been knocked down to 12 HP. Dap's down to 38, so they still can do damage, but for the second round in a row, we've got Sanks and Fugly holding close range with his P90s in hand, looking. But Canada have barely touched apps apart from the pistol round from what I've seen so far, so this is a big risk by them, but, you know, who can blame them? USA are doing really well so far.
Are you watching Sanks at the moment? The guy's literally dancing in the bedroom. I don't know what he's doing. They realize that it's a B push, and actually the terrorists are able to get entry in towards the site, so it's a retake now for the CTs. With the bomb planted, they don't have the weapon advantage. That goes towards the CTs, but even if they win this round, I mean, they went for the false buy, but even if they won this round, it wouldn't break the economy of the terrorists. Naf jumping away from those flames. Really nicely done here by Naf, actually. 2 kills for him. Peter takes down Daps. Canada will pick up that round. So Daps replacing Rain for the Canadians. And Sanks replacing Roka.
Yeah,
yes,
Roka.
we got it at the same time. Jinx Padlock personally can't speak for the rest of the cast,
I'm off. I think that was actually like a really good round for Canada because I think they were 5 versus 3 down in that situation. So then to bring it back, but like as you said, because USA at one point had 4 P90s in hand, like they're just upgrading them now. They've gone for a double upsetter, but just very. Oh wait, actually, I want to see if NASA's able to pick up that kill. That was super aggressive there because I think it's who's been holding it with that AWP actually. The second it's not Peter, so it must be Stewie. You know, could have easily got a shot on, but again, Fugly and Sanks with these P90s, like they're just buddying up here. They're holding hands, cuddling in apartments, and now changing it up once again with a very interesting setup.
It's like 100. If whoever leaves the balcony is going to receive 100 bullets per second at the moment. There's like 2 P90s just face. Oh dear, Daps, he's not going to like this. Daps is going to be in a lot of trouble. They're moving towards the A site at the moment. Slowly but surely. There's one person over at truck side, another moving towards art side where Stewie's there with the ult. Peter's holding art side from Speedway. And here we have 100 bullets per second soon on Daps. He actually goes down. Oh god, it's the P90 destruction. But actually, he's able to make the frag on Fugly. Fugly goes down, so Sanks loses his partner, and it's only 50 bullets per second now.
Once again, it's going to do more damage. Not enough, though, by the looks of things. And the P90s will eventually depart the field here on Inferno. So now Naf left in a 1 versus 2. He's still got a chance of this one, but he has got a tricky task in hand. If he can do this, he may be able to potentially break the economy of the USA. In comes the HE grenade. Will it do damage? About 9 damage there, so not too much, but he's still in a tricky spot, and he's not even going to be able to put a single shot down range. He falls, and the defuse will come in there. And just on another completely irrelevant point before we analyse that round, I got it all wrong. I made myself out to look like a gun geek, but P90 wasn't made by Heckler and Koch. It was made by FN Hurst, and of course it's the MP5. Made by Heckler and Koch. And
you see, even I know that. Even I know the MP5.
I knew that, but I mixed up that Heckler and Koch did both of them.
You remind me of someone.
I was just thinking, because even though I'm a CSGO guy, I didn't do CS beforehand, I know what damage the MP5 could do. So I was just thinking Heckler and Koch.
But you remind me of someone. I've got a friend who's very similar to you, Chewy.
Really? Oh gosh, that's not a good thing. Poor guy.
He's got this thing where he has to whap out facts, and unlike you, you're probably right most of the time, right? Most of the time he's wrong. He's always wrong. He's like, oh, did you know this blah 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 blah, and he's completely wrong. Completely wrong. He does it all the time. And that was just like kind of like him, but it was an honest mistake from you. It wasn't the same.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Casters always make mistakes in the eyes of the public, so publicly admitting it during the cast as well is just, you know, like, you don't have to do it for me, guys. I don't need any tweets coming my way. I'll take the blame myself. But back on board with the action.
Oh, Molotov over
it is, and it's a force buy. Like, I didn't expect Canada to do this in a way. I thought they may go for a full eco to really get more rifles in hand in round number 8. But in a way, who can blame them as well? Because the CZ and the Tech 9 can do damage at close range. But Peter once again picking up the opening frag.
Yeah, 7 for 6 on Peter. They're at the library. There's a return from the terrace, and they almost have control of the A site. There's one person over at truck site that they haven't taken care of. It's Sanks, and he gets 1 frag actually. Daps takes down Fugly, who's coming in from the B site, and the bomb's going to be planted. Stewie now. Sorry, not from the B side. It's actually coming in from the Arch side, and Stewie now coming in from Arch side as well. Oh my goodness! Wabbit, good night. Oh dear Lord, that shot. I don't even know how he got it. What was that? It was through the smoke, like on his head.
I don't think he know how he got it, but still, Miss Harvey gets the clutch, and that came at just the wrong time because I was taking a sip of water, which aptly landed all over my mouse pad.
Did you spit it everywhere?
Second shot. As soon as he picked up that kill through the smoke, my mouse pad is actually now soaked.
Me, I just went 10 octaves higher. My voice went 10 octaves higher when I saw that. Like, I became prepubescent right after that kill. Really nice.
I'll talk about that with you afterwards. With my voice studies, I know how that's done, but we'll talk about that later. 5-2.
What does that? Don't you remove your balls before you become an adolescent, and then you'll always have your prepubescent voice?
Yes, but there are many things that happen. We'll talk about it later. I'll geek about it with you at another time because there's more shooting action on the screen.
Oh, deep banana smoke here by the terrace, but there's going to be a boost in return from Naf, who's jumping up and down, and I think he's going to try and find himself a frag over at banana, but they're not pushing forward. Deep smoke for no reason. Naf is allowed to begin to take control of banana, and that's what you have to do on the T side. Take control of Banana and Apartments, get that map control from the CTs, and push forward. Somebody should be flashing him in here, but he's going to go in dry and take out both Stewie and Emelite. Very nicely done by him. There are 2 more CTs left on the site. Wabbit with another frag. And now they have a really good chance of destroying their economy. Fugly with a beautiful triple kill. Chick chick bam with the shotgun. Really, really nicely done there by Fugly. And now Semphis in a 1v2. Very, very good. Peter coming in from CT's bomb. Bomb down. Fugly looking for the 4K. I think he's used the Mag 7 before. I don't know who it was, but in the North American qualifiers, one of the players was using the Mag 7 on Inferno. I think it was Canada versus Mexico, and was absolutely demolishing everybody with it. But there you have it. Fugly as well, showing that he's... very, very proficient with the Mag 7 as well. Semphis picks up the bomb, has 25 seconds left on the clock, needs to run. Like, he needs to put on his Nikes right now and run for his life. Oh, he tricked them. What a beast. What a monster. Semphis, look at this. He did them, absolutely did them there, Chewy.
He's run them around the block, and now they're going to finally realise, I think, that, oh, wait, yeah, no, he's gone back to B. They're going to feel like absolute fools, and is he going to get the bomb plant here? Oh, he's just got it with 1 second left. He peeks out aggressively, so they know his position. He's going to peek out once again, but he gets the kill. He's got to back away, and this is very dangerous. Just hiding behind the statue. It was a 1 versus 2 for Miss Harvey.
Unbelievable.
Round, and it's
Unbelievable.
Another 1 versus 2 clutch here for Semphis. What a round. What great 2 rounds there for Canada. Just what they needed. And the foolery of Semphis works. Great clutch.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic there by Semphis. Great foolery. Got a great position. Good spray down as well. USA could have played the retake a bit better, but Canada now on 3 rounds and really hurting the economy of the USA. They're back in the game and they've got a chance. Semphis really, really wants to take this best of 3 from them, and you can see that. He's focusing. He's in the game and he's landing his shots. Nade down mid. Nobody there to receive it. Peter holding arch. He's only got a 5-7 in armor, and the Canadians should just try and stick together at the moment. Shouldn't be splitting off like this and making loads of different 1v1s across the map, because they might get pushed by like 3 5-7 armors, and you really can't deal with that sometimes with the AK-47, and that'll be a free weapon away, and they'll lose. Oh, look at this, Fugly pushing forward the P90, but none of his bullets really finding their mark properly, and the Canadians taking out the remainder of the Americans. Now Sanks on his own with the Mag 7. We saw Fugly destroy with that over at the B site, but Harvey... oh, she is merciless. She's not even going to give him a chance.
That's the thing, like, again, like going back into round number 8 it was, when we saw Semphis with that 1 versus 2 clutch. You talked about it just there. Fugly picked up 3 kills with the Swag 7 at close range, and yet still Canada win the round. So, like, that's a really interesting thing for you guys at home to look out for, the fact that USA getting close, doing damage in quick succession with a shotgun, and still not winning the round. So Canada are actually in good stead overall. And let's not forget that USA picked up the first 4 rounds of this game, and since then have only lost 1. That picks up the entry flag once again. Sanks just hiding in the edge of the smoke will respond, rewards himself with an AK-47 and will spray down. Oh my goodness, hello Sanks, he's done so much damage here, and how did Canada allow this to happen? Wabbit will respond, but whew, I need to take a breath.
Mate, that was fantastic. Anybody who saw... everyone right now is taking a breath after that. Really great spray down and good crossfire set up by Fugly as well. Wabbit on his own. Poor Wabbit. Poor Wabbit. They haven't found any weapons right now, the American players, so you can kind of go for it. He has to be careful. There's one person in the apartment. I don't know when he's going to peek. Pops out. Wabbit takes him out. Knows where the final guy is. Emelite's there. Oh, no. Emelite, no armor. 5-7 actually beats Wabbit in a 1v1. Poor, poor Wabbit. There's the round for America, and that's an eco round win from the Americans. Not the situation you want to be in. But, Chewy, before I let you speak again.
Yeah.
And remember, you have destroyed the jinx. I jinxed you, but you still kept talking.
Well, if you want a solo cast, then...
It was a padlock post. Okay, I'll say your name. Matt William Smith. There you go. Padlock has been removed. But anyway, it's a really tactical map, right? It's all about, you know, holding positions, throwing down, using the utility properly, and taking the map control. But, like, they've changed that. The way they've been playing it, it's just been about individual plays. And we've seen some really nice individual plays in this game.
I mean, like, individual plays, as we talked about right at the start of the series, is kind of important in this mixed format. Like, you just are going to see it's going to be the way that it is, because with players coming and leaving, you're not going to have mad strats coming down. But look at this! How haven't they seen it? Hello, Semphis and Harvey, are you blind? Surely you are, because Stewie, just at the bottom of Banana, picks up 2 absolutely massive frags holding there. They eventually answer back, but look at this quick rotate coming in. Emily has already made her way into the construction zone. Sank still holding over towards the A bomb site. So actually, this could be good for Canada. If they can pick up one more frags here, who knows? And they do.
He was like juggling the smoke grenade, and he's like,
Right.
terrorists are in front of me. Goodness me. Wipes out his gun and gets 2 easy frags. He was probably as surprised as they were that he was in that kind of position. Whoa, they line up for Nav. Wow, that really nice shot.
Scary. 3 kills for Nav there, so that was great. And again, that's the thing. This is what's happening. Like, Stewie picked up 2 frags right at the bottom of Banana, got loads of information that Canada were pushing down Banana, and yet still Nav comes up with a big play like that and wins the round for Canada. So this is just back and forth. It's so good.
He's such a beast in those after plant situations. If you've noticed, that's like the second really nice clutch that he's had, and he seems to be good at it. He seems to really know how to defend the B site after they get the bomb planted. So something I've noticed with NAF. Anyway, USA now onto an eco, so their economy's really hurt. Canada doing a good job picking up 5 rounds already. Oh, Stewie. This time round, he's the oblivious one who gets stabbed in the back by Daps. Daps runs out of ammo, and Sanks actually gets himself a free kill, but the bomb's going to be planted over at the B site. And maybe Sanks can get away with an AK-47 save. I'm not too sure. He will be hunted down, however. So, yeah, it was nice play there by NAF on the B site once more. And USA giving away another round. So 6-6 Canada, and there's 3 more rounds left, right? So it's really, really good for Canada, I think. I mean, how many rounds on the T side are you expecting to get? Like 4 or 5 on Inferno?
Well, I think
it's pretty CT
I
side.
I mean, like, I think 4. It completely depends on the team. To be quite honest, it depends how much a team will like react on their like CT side, how strong they are on their CT side. So maybe like an old TSM with Fetish lineup when they were so dominant on the CT. If they got 4 rounds on T, they'd be happy. But like 5 or 6, they'll be really happy with here. And again, especially considering the fact that USA picked up the pistol round and the converting actual. Like 3 rounds after that. So USA had a 4-0 lead. So for Canada to now pull it back to a 6-6 even scoreline is really, really good for them.
Yeah, it's really good. And it can only get better from here now. Good aggressive push here towards the arch side. And the thing is, the CTs are not playing the utility properly at the moment. And the biggest strength really of Inferno is using Molotovs and smokes properly to shut off the terrorist attacks and to counter the terrorist attacks. And on the other hand, the T's throwing good nades and getting that map control nicely.
Really close encounters here just on this quad side. I'm on board with Sanks actually at the second, who is very close, holding the angle with that swag 7 in hand. Wabbit's looking to peek it there. He's found one player, but unfortunately this is a shotgun for a reason. It can't do damage at range, and he will be taken out. Tagging Semphis down to 74 HP, but no more damage dealt. And one thing that Canada have reacted really well with here is actually apps control. They've done really great because like in the early rounds, USA had really great apps control over towards A, but now they haven't. And look at this. This could be a big mistake from Canada, although Semphis comes to save the day. They're actually going to flank over towards the B bomb site here, whilst Daps is slowly lurking over towards A. So still, you know, across the map, a lot of damage to be dealt. That flash did absolutely jack all, Stewie, unfortunately, and he will be punished for it. But Evelyn comes in with 2. What is this?
Yeah, there's so much individual plays going on. Harvey now on her own, getting the bomb planted as a 1v1 with Fugly. Harvey's a very smart player, and she has to play it smart. She has to have a good position. She knows that Fugly is coming in from, most likely from the A site. They've got that information. And so she's put herself over in courtyard. Fugly. Oh, just fires a bullet there. Goes in from... He's not even checking corners. Oh no! Oh, she gets him in the last second. I have no idea why Fugly just went in. I was like, whoop, not going to give a utter crap about anything. Going to go straight for the defuse, cut the red wire and win the round. But thankfully, Miss Harvey kind of woke up after... You know, knew that it wasn't a fake defuse and got him just at the last moment.
But like, he had no idea. Like, what you sorry to cut you off, but actually, what you see like a common position there in that 1v1 is some players to go down banana. So I think he went for that fast defuse because he didn't see her pop out or anything from Ruins, where she actually was in the end. Yeah. So he thought that she could be down banana, so he was able to get a quick defuse. It wasn't the case there.
No, it wasn't. So another eco round here for the US of A, and it's looking really good for Canada on this T side. It seems like Canada are going to come out of the first half with 8 rounds and actually taking the first half from the Americans on the T side. It's much harder. But again, I think the Americans are just not playing Inferno the way it's meant to be played on the CT side. Hey, isn't that like a phrase for one product? The way it's meant to be played?
I have absolutely no idea whatsoever. I don't watch TV.
Just a broad statement like, I don't know it. I don't watch TV.
Yeah, well, it's
It doesn't
true,
mean
man.
you don't. Like, if you don't watch TV, it doesn't mean you're not gonna know this phrase. I don't watch TV.
Well, you must know more about media than I
Nvidia.
do then. I have no idea.
Mr. Producer saved my life. He goes, it's Nvidia, the way it's meant to be played.
Well, then that's even
See?
more embarrassing for me.
Yeah,
Really.
you see, it's nothing to do with TV. It's to do with games and esports and graphics cards, and you didn't know it.
Hashtag blame Chewy.
Blame Chewy. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do here. But look, on the bright side, Chewy, bright side, Canada have actually picked up another round here to make it 8. So, they've got a very, very good chance of winning this final map and winning this best of 3 against America, which would be great for brownie points and also, you know, keeps that rivalry alive and kicking. What's going on here? For some reason, Fugly turned into a chicken, or that's what GoTV is telling me anyway. But Canada now, in the final round of the first half, with a full and utter buy. On the other hand, the CTs with a Sunday market purchase. A couple of guns from Benny's Mag 7 shop and Bob's 5.7s. Fugly's turned into a chicken again. Yeah, you like my names.
Naf is just on form right now. Like, he's picked up 2 entry frags once again. He's already picked up 20 frags in the half alone.
Wow.
Rabbit will get the Kobe onto Fugly there. So this is easily probably going to be another round for Canada here. I know I talked about it earlier on, but let's not forget that USA were 4-0 up in this half, taking the pistol round and converting 3 after that. And somehow, out of nowhere, Canada have just gone absolutely ham. Carried by Naf, who's got 21 frags. I mean, they've all done their thing, but you know, like 3 of the Canada players have only got 8 frags. I know it's not all about frag count, but it just shows how their team play is actually really on point right now. Their T side, I know it was a different roster in a lot of elements, but their T side didn't look great yesterday, but they've certainly made up for it now with a slight roster change, obviously, in this mixed setup.
Yeah, mate, Naf and Semphis are just dominating on with the entry frags. They do a really good job. I think Semphis is a very good T-sided player. He's a very smart player as well. Whoa, aggressive push here from the CTs, and it's mayhem, 4-on-4 at Banana. There's a return, exchange of frags. Naf takes down Stewie, and Fug is going to be pushing up towards the A site with the bomb. Daps backing away, reeling, like reverse on maximum speed as he goes back in towards the site. He's got no health. Fugly finishes him off and gets the bomb planted. Look at this sneaky beaky from Peter. Oh my lord. Oh, he's like a troll from under the bridge and he's going to pop out. He's not going to get a kill though. Dear lord, Semphis. Semphis takes him out. He's not got a lot of health. Fugly's still alive here. Sees now, pops out. They have to finish him off, have to get the defuse here. Canada need this round. Oh, look at this. Going straight for the defuse. He knows there's no time left because he's not got a kit. There you have it. They've won the round. Fugly's won the round.
That was a mess. What the heck was that round? Like, there's no point even trying to analyze that. That was just a mixed team.
Oh my god!
Oh. I'm leaving. I'm finished. Goodbye.
He went head first. He went head first. He knew that I think he probably thought that he couldn't get away from the bomb. So he's like, I will die by my own hand. Samurai code. And like killed himself. What is it called? Senpuki, right?
I have no idea. You probably
Yeah,
said something really offensive in Japanese. I have no idea.
It's not offensive. It means...
I don't know. Who knows? Well, somebody Google it and tweet us and let us know. But like, that was a crazy round because you had like all that havoc that let loose with like 6 frags over towards the top of Banana. Then you had Peter choking in a really sneaky position over in Vietnam, and then you just had whatever happened on quad and on apps at the end there. At the end, so just a crazy pistol round.
Yeah, and it makes this game very, very close because if USA pick up the next 2 rounds, make it 9-9. Well, pick up this round and the next round, make it 9-8. So they've got a similar score. They're playing the harder side, but it makes it close. Like if Canada won the pistol round, it'd be like literally 12-6 or 11-6. So there's a chance now for the USA to come back into this. They've got the bomb planted. Semphis did a good job to take down Stewie, and the CTs really, I mean, they can save for another round, so they can have a force buy the next round, which is a pretty good idea because there's 5 of them still alive. Or they can go for the retake, and there is a chance of them dying. But Semphis goes for the non-risky play, and he keeps doing this where he saves. Like when there's 3 players remaining, 4 players, 5 players, just going for the save so they can live to fight another day. Chances to take down Harvey. Now they're going to go and collect the weapons and armor. Oh god, they line up for him, but he's not going to land the shot. And yeah, they're going to get the booties of war here. Semphis survives though. Oh,
They've done
they don't know.
Is it damage? But Oh, that was close, Peter.
Yeah.
Like, they've done good damage there, but those 2 players, I think, who died for the USA, or 3, I really would have liked them to have just held the angles that they were holding. I know that they were looking for the exits, but with those close-range pistols, especially up against, like, P90s, if you peek out over towards Arch area, you're just not going to find anybody, or you may do, but it's going to be rare. So if they had just stayed in library and just waited on those angles to see if anybody had ran through, they maybe could have picked something up. I don't know, you know, it's like it's a hot last-minute decision kind of thing, so I can't really judge it too much there, but still, that's a nice tag onto Peter, actually taking him down to 28. But look, these Pro 90s once again just doing great damage on the T side. Naf's going to respond with the CZ75 in hand, but that's already 2 kills with that SMG. Daps looking to destroy the Blom Pan, and that's exactly what he'll do. Back into a 3-on-3.
Really nicely done there by Daps. We've got Stewie, takes him out as well. Very good job there with the with the P2K, actually. Now it's a 3 versus 2 retake. Daps with the AK-47. Fugly taking out Wabbit in a second. P90 spray to the face. And now Semphis and Daps with the retake. Knows that Fugly's at banana, gets smoked off. Misses his shots with the P250. Peter is there right next to the bomb. Daps has checking just all the angles. Peter's perhaps going to pop out and take him out. Peter's actually dropped down here. Oh dear, he wasn't on top near the bomb. He's actually down, so... Fugly just firing up in the air to announce the imminent death of the of his opponents, actually surviving that bomb blast. So there you have it. USA back in the game with 9 rounds to Canada's 9, and the economy not looking too great here for the Canadians. They're able to go for a full buy, not the best possible full buy, as they're going to play with a FAMAS and P90, but they do have a lot of utility, which is what you need on this map.
Yeah, I mean, like, that was actually a really close round. Peter was below Barbecue, kind of in that corner area for quite a while, actually. Daps checked all the right corners, so you can't really blame him in that situation. But still, yeah, I'll analyse that maybe a bit more later on as USA get 2 nice frags. That's Stewie, in fact, doing the damage over towards Banana, and now Canada have got to get their Nike boots on. They've got to run over towards the B-bomb site, but this is looking really good for USA. Once again, they look like they're going to take the first 4 rounds of the half here, as they've got a 2-person advantage. The bomb will be planted. Semphis getting tagged heavily down to 40 points of health. Sank springs through the smoke. Will try and find a CT player there. He may actually push through his own smoke here. That's exactly what he's going to do. Semphis takes down one, so this is risky, but yeah, this is the kind of thing that you expect to see in mixed buys, just pushing through your own smokes. They're catching people off guard. It's not a surprise to see that. It's a sneaky little play. It is the most annoying play ever when you're on the receiving end of it. I can guarantee you that myself, but USA put themselves into the lead for the first time actually in a while here. 10-9 will be the score, into double figures, and there we go.
I'm watching Stewie right now, and the only thing that I can get in my that's in my brain is that I'm imagining Stewie from Family Guy playing that character, or playing that player. Yeah, I'm just imagining some bold, very linguistically capable baby.
And then he's got his dad, like Peter Griffin, on the team as well with PTR. So we've got Stewie and Peter from Family Guy here. We've got a rabbit on the other team. All kinds of things are going on.
You know what? That's good. I caught the Stewie thing, which is quite obvious, but you got the Peter one. I like that. I like that a lot. This is looking really interesting because Inferno is turning out to be a T-sided map with these mixed teams, with the North American qualifier anyway. I think it's the only time we've actually seen Inferno, but so far both teams getting more rounds on the T side than they do on the CT, and the US of A in the driving seat at the moment. Wabbit saving the M4 the round before. Daps buying armor with the CZ. Harvey almost taking out M-Elite, but it's not enough. CTs know they're on the A side, so they're getting ready for the retake coming in from the B side. Coming 1 library, and actually no, 2 library now, and 1 from Archway. Oh, Wabbit doesn't even get to see Peter there. So Peter Griffin taking out Wabbit, and now I think Daps saving the AK-47. Naf is just going to stay with the P250, see if he can get 1 or 2 exit frags from that position, or at least slow them down from taking out Daps and stopping them from saving the M4 and armor.
Really nice round here from USA, and I mean, this is the thing that Canada have really struggled on so far in this map. It's like well, they've lost both pistols, they've lost the consecutive rounds after that. So, at the start of the game, they lost 4 before they picked up the first round, and here in the second half, they've lost 5 in a row, and that's really been one of the keys for USA. Canada did a lot of the heavy work kind of in the middle and later stages of that first half, which is why they're on 9 rounds. But in the early stages of both halves, USA have been the dominant ones here, so Canada, once again, need to switch that pendulum back in their favour. It's all still to play for. We've seen a 16-11 score. Sanks getting caught on the balcony in T-Spawn. That was weird. I've not seen that before. And then we saw a 16-14 on Cash. So, you know, we've seen two really close maps so far. I predict we're going to see another close encounter here, certainly with what we've seen so far. It's looking to be that way. In Canada, fully going for it here, double up setup.
We see those Molotovs at banana to get that banana control. Turn it into caramelized banana, nice dessert that everybody hates. But Stewie there will take down Wabe, tried to push forward from the car. Now they have the banana control. The terrorists are getting ready for a B execute. There's only one CT. And he's going to go aggressive as well. Naf not maybe making the right choice at the moment. It might work out for him. It is a bit of a risk, but the terrorists are actually deciding not to go to the B site. In fact, changing their mind. And it might not be the best choice for them because there are 3 CTs ready and waiting for them. They move towards quad here. There's one player over at pit, another on the A site. Harvey gets a frag on Peter. This is looking good here for Canada. Semphis with another on Elite. It's Stewie and Shans now against 3 of the CT players. And there you have it. Semphis goes down. It's a 2v2. Naf and Daps now coming in for the retake from mid. Bomb's going to be planted now in the site by Sanks. Stewie checking library. And we just have to time this really, really well. Rushing through the Molotov. They do not care what the fire does to them. Now it's a 1v1. Naf against Sanks. Both players very good on the clutch. Sanks though making a lot of sound in that position. Naf catches him. He's not got a lot of bullets left on his M4. He's going to be reloading very, very soon here. Sanks is going to spray him down and he's going to win the 1v1, and that is a pivotal round indeed. Sanks with the triple kill that round, and the US of A are up to 12. Canada on the other hand, money's not looking good. They're going to go for a full buy at this point in time, but next round will be an eco if they lose this, and if so, USA will be on 14 if they win this in the next eco, and that's really, really tough for Canada to come back into.
Like, that round there probably actually could have been the thing that tilts this game, to be quite honest. Obviously, there's still a way to go, and you never quite know what Canada can do, but still, in the grand scheme of things, that was such a close round that probably could have actually been one of the deciding points, not just alone in this entire Inferno map, but now that we are technically just down to a best of 1 after being even from the first 2 maps, that could have been, you know, a deciding point in the entire series.
Oh.
Hello! That was Vac.
Fantastic. Really nicely done. Exchange of frags here. Sanks and Fugly take down Wabbits. Daps is on his own now in a 1v3. He's got the weight of Canada, the maple leaf on his shoulders. Really be able to do much. Sanks is already down to 10 after being dinked by him, but he's hunted down by Fugly, and the Americans will take that. 13-9. Canada now on an eco, most likely. But no, they're actually glass cannon on Semphis, and they're going to go for the force buy.
It's because they've lost so many in a row here. They've lost 1, 2, 3, 4. They've lost 7 rounds in a row here. Have Canada. Let's look. This was a 9-6 first half, and they've not won a round on their CT side so far. So this is again this mix like team thing has just caused havoc because Canada looked great on their CT side yesterday, and now on Inferno, well, they've looked vile because they've not won a single round on their CT side here. Whilst USA looking great on their T side, only 3 rounds away from taking the winner, denying Canada the revenge victory here after USA won yesterday. But that's a good start for Semphis with York.
Yeah, you're very right, and this is really proving as to how high the level of the CS has to be for this map to be CT-sided. You have to be very good on the CT side. It's not like it's just naturally CT-sided. You need to know how to throw the Molotovs, the smokes, how to hold the site, how to hold those angles. And that's why on the top tier level it is CT-sided. But at the moment it's looking T-sided here. Both teams getting a lot more T-side rounds than they did on the CT side. And now Daps on his own in the site, trying to fight away. It's him against the world again. Takes down Peter, waiting for his teammates to come in to support. It's 4 versus 3 with the retake. Semphis takes down Fugly. This is looking good here for Canada if they want to play for the retake. Daps is still like a little troll hidden behind the wall here, and Stewie's going to find him, take him out, checks banana, wrong moment. Semphis makes a frag. He's made very important frags this round, and they have to check the corners very quickly because there's not a lot of time until the bomb goes away. Wabbit takes down MLE. They've got the no diffuse kit actually. No diffuse kit, but they still have time, I think, to get the diffuse.
They do
oh,
not.
they don't.
Be
they
a
don't.
loser by a diffuser, Canada. Oh dear.
Oh my goodness! They actually win the round there.
I hate to call it early, but that's probably GG.
But that was the thing.
Right there.
The weird thing is, Chewy. Sorry to interrupt. Is that like number one? Like at least one of them, the guy who got a CZ, they should have bought the diffuse kit, or like instead of one of the utilities, or like one of them should have been diffusing while the other searched for the player. Like they were both looking for players at the same time. Like these silly little mistakes here, and that cost them the round and probably the game.
Yeah, exactly. Again, it's those little moments in these best of one now on Inferno that could completely cost Canada. So they've got to bring it back from the depths of hell. They almost did it yesterday on Train in the third map, and that became a very close encounter after some good CT play. They've got to repeat that now, and they've got to do it in a bit of a dire state. Stewie pushing through the smoke once again here, exactly what you'd expect from this mixed play, but Naf lines them up one by one. Peter will respond, but it's now left in a 1 versus 3 here. Canada looking to try and stop this momentum, but Peter, look at that, such great play. The fake, Harvey pushes through aggressively on her own. That is a big mistake from her, I have to say, because you don't want to put this into, you know, one individual 1 versus 1 gunfights. As the CTC, you want to push through together, and hopefully Wabbit and Semphis can do so.
They're doing the right thing. They're staying back. They're expecting Peter to go for the 1v1 before getting the bomb plant, like pushing one direction and clearing it, but instead he's going to go straight for the plant. So they hear the bomb plant, and now they're going to be moving towards the site. They should try and move at the same time, peek him at the same time. Semphis slowly sees Peter, makes the frag, and there's the first CT round for Canada. Could it be the comeback, Chewy? Is there a chance for Canada to get back into this game with 6 consecutive rounds?
Well, I mean, like, now that they've finally broken and now that they've finally got a CT round, like, this is the opportunity for them. But again, they need to, you know, take 4 in a row here. They need to take 5 in a row just to guarantee themselves overtime, to be quite honest, whilst USA only need 1. So USA picking up like 8 rounds or something in a row on their T side is just pretty much probably won them this. You never quite know though. Canada can come back into this. They've got that double AWP setup. But one thing that worked really well for USA earlier on was actually kind of like those aggressive pushes, just pushing through smokes that the CTs were not expecting them to push through, getting aggressive, and it worked for them. Sanks, it's not going to work for him here though. That was a bit of a mistake. Nice angle from Daps and Miss Harvey as well, pushing aggressively through apps. So the first 2 opening frags of round 25 go to the Canadians.
Like right now, you have to understand that the way this game's being played, it's like loads of individual battles, and it's just the players reacting to the way they think their opponents are going to play and to the way that they've played so far in the game. It's not like, oh, we know how they play, we know how their CT side, how their T side is. You have no idea. You're playing against a mixed team. But as you play, you notice tendencies. You notice this player likes to peek in this way, he likes to push in this way, he likes to shoulder peek, he likes to play up in this position, he likes to, you know, he's confident, he's not confident. And oh my god, Peter with another smoke shot. And then you can kind of change your game based on that. So a lot of individual battle going on in this game between different players, and it's a lot about confidence as well. So once the Canadians are able to get their confidence back, they are capable of winning 4 rounds in a row on the CT side. It's a CD-sided map. There's no doubt about that. But Peter really giving them trouble at the moment. 3 frags. If he wins this round and gets an ace, it would be fantastic. Both of them coming up. Oh, and he makes another frag. Peter, on his way to an ace, will get the bomb planted. It's all up to Harvey here for Canada. She has to win this round. This would be a disastrous way to end it in a 5v1 against Peter. Peter's there in the corner. She pops out. He's right behind the fountain. She doesn't check to the left, gives away position. He misses his shot, though. Peter's right there, ready for the ace. He wants to take it, but Harvey gets the frag, and Harvey makes sure that Canada have a fighting chance to win this best of 3. Diffuse goes to her name, and really nicely done, but so close, Chewy, there. So close.
I'm like ripping my hair out. Like, he almost got a 1 versus 4 with a bomb plant and then a 1 versus 5, and the only thing that denied him a 1v5 clutch was a leg shot. That's heartbreaking there. USA still got a good chance, but they actually are going to buy up here. They're not, well, it's going to be a mixed buy, so that's very interesting indeed that they decided to go for that. But what a play from Peter, just showing his class, what he can do there. Absolutely phenomenal work. And as I say, you know, just if that shot had connected a couple of millimeters higher instead of legging Miss Harvey, that would have been a 1v5 clutch. That would have been, you know, your HLTV highlight for the day, pretty much, to be quite honest. But Canada holding just about.
Damn it! I would have been famous. My voice would have been on a frag video, I think. You know something funny? I'm on the DreamHack promo.
You actually?
I'm just watching. I'm watching DreamHack, and I'm like, this is pretty cool. Like promo, like, yo, that guy sounds exactly like me. And then I play it, and it's actually me when I was doing the second stream for DreamHack Winter and Summer last year. So yeah, that's great to know. Thanks for using my voice, not telling me. At least you can say, yo, by the way, hundreds of thousands of people are going to hear you. But nobody would probably recognize me. Harvey here, playing out of her skin. 2 frags to her name. And she'll finally get shot down by Peter. Foglio will get the better of Wabbit, and there you have the library smoke, or the outside smoke from the terrorists, reducing the angles the CTs can play for the retake.
And this is actually now kind of tricky for Canada. Daps has got a defuse kit, so let's see what they can do, but these guys have got themselves into kind of good afterparts. You've got 2 players in pit, actually. Peter has been tagged down low, but so is Daps. That's Peter down for the count, but the clock is ticking. They need to move, and they need to move now, and that's a great retake there from Canada. Again, I said that they needed to go big here because time was ticking down, and the USA are on 14 rounds, and now finally Canada have come alive. They've taken 3 rounds in a row, all of them being diffuses here, I've got to add. So they've learnt from their mistakes earlier on of not buying that diffuse kit, and they've taken 3 in a row here, but still, you know, a lot of work yet to do.
Interesting, very, very interesting. We've got a tactical pause, I believe. I don't know. You're looking at the Skype, right? So you know if there's something wrong, but it seems like it's a tactical pause.
Yeah, I've not seen anything. I didn't know if there was tactical pauses allowed, but I've not seen anything in the chat whatsoever.
Either way, there's, you know, no reason to note that someone's actually wait, Sanks maybe. Oh no, Fugly maybe is away.
They're huddling like they're, you know, they're doing like the team huddle across TeamSpeak or Mumble right now.
Yeah, giving each other
Actually,
the talk. Sanford's giving the talk.
But
what?
like, do you remember when NIP in CT Spawn on Dust 2 like did the huddle in CT Spawn? Like they were actually in a circle with their barrels touching
and then they
in the
did
middle
1, 2, 3.
when they were having a team talk.
Yeah,
that was the coolest thing ever. It was the nerdiest thing ever, but also the coolest thing.
Man, you just said a pretty nerdy thing right there. To be honest,
don't judge me, guys.
You just said
please.
A virtual huddle was the coolest thing ever. The
It's
coolest thing ever.
morning.
You didn't say it was cool. It was the coolest thing ever.
Well, I do work for NIP, so I kind of have to, you know, like big up the players, if that makes sense. It's my job.
I do not accept your defense. I do not accept that defense.
I'm kidding, of course. But we're back live once again. Let's forget that. Swiftly move on. Of course, I've embarrassed myself enough this evening.
Yeah, let's forget that ever happened. Sanford's again going for that pick over at second mid. Daps though with a double here in Banana, and Canada is with the comeback. But he has nowhere to go. He's got nowhere to go. He was in the Inferno, the caramelized banana again. This time with a hint of Daps. Oh my god, Peter has no idea he's being fired at from... Really nice by Harvey to use the side of the smoke. Good, taking the initiative in that position. And they line up for Sanks. He gets the first and the second on Harvey. And it's a 1v1 Wabbit. All to play for. No mistakes here. Every single round being so close between Canada and USA. So many clutches. The bomb's down. Wabbit has utility, but so does Sanks. And the bomb, he knows where it is. Wabbit's moving there. Sanks is at quad at the moment. Moving to pick up the bomb. Actually goes for the peak, and Wabbit is there. Takes him out. Round for Canada, 14-13, and this is becoming a very, very close game indeed. It's been so momentum-based, Chewy. Like,
yeah.
Canada loads of rounds, then USA loads of rounds, Canada now loads of rounds. It's crazy.
I don't know if you can like bring up the scoreboard right now, but I'd love you to, if you haven't already, because
yes, sir.
You can just see it there with like the heads and the diffuses and things coming in. You can just see how momentum based this is. Occasionally, you know, every now and again, USA have picked up an odd round, but for the most part, it's been, you know, that pendulum swinging as it was earlier on Dust 2 and Cash, actually, to be quite honest. And now we see USA on pretty much a full eco. So unless they can pull out a miracle here, you know, and a bold eagle comes in and swoops down on Inferno to rip up the Canadians, this is looking really good to be evened up.
I understand them going for like some buys on some guys. I don't know why Fugly went for a buy. Fugly doesn't have a lot of money, but the rest of them can go for like armor because they're going to get 3.4k and it's enough for a full buy. Either way, USA now going for a B execute with the Tech 9s, P250s and armor. It can be really, really powerful if the CT is not ready and NAF is not ready. He only takes 1 kill. Molotov there on the side of the corner, and they've got 2... Oof, almost a second entry on Semphis. He's still alive, however. Emily goes down. The bomb's going to be planted by Stewie, so they will have a lot of money for match point in the next round. Actually, no, it won't be match point, but it'll be like 14-14. Yeah, not match point, what am I saying? Sank stop. Still in dark little corner. It's 3 versus 2. Fugly over at Banana. Flashes, everyone's flashed, everyone's blind. Daps goes to that corner. It's a Molotov. He's going to burn alive or be finished off here by Daps. Now the remaining terrorist over at Banana will be finished off by Wabbit. And the bomb will be defused as well with a couple of seconds left on the timer. 14-14. Canada have brought it back. And now we have the round that will decide the future of this game. Now, if CTs lose, Chewy, they can still go for a full buy for a match point and take it to overtime. If the Ts lose, it won't be a good buy. Not at all, unless they get a bomb plant.
I mean, like, they've got that round loss bonus coming in, and if they get the bomb plant, you never quite know what they can pull out. You don't know how
oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're right. No, you're right.
But, like, yeah, it still could be tricky. You never quite know.
No, they'll have a full buy. The Terrace will have a full buy. Both teams will have a full buy for the last round, actually. In fact, the CTs are in a worse position because they won't have the loser bonus. But yeah, I completely forgot that the Terrorists have lost so many rounds in a row. And so Canada needs to win this round. Harvey has been playing truck very, very well. She's got support from Wabbit this time round. And now she's in pit. It's a really tough position to deal with. Wabbit backs away. Harvey comes in to save the day. She gets 2, 3 here for Harvey. She's been playing very, very well on the CT side, and a strong CT side player as we saw yesterday, didn't we, Chewy?
Oh yeah, most certainly so, and this is what you'd expect from her. Really played well on the CT side. And let's not forget, this is the girl who came in, you know, in like round number 7 or something in cash, came into the squad halfway through the last map and picked it up well. Played really well yesterday and is now performing well today indeed. Just to point out 2 highlight players in the fragging zone. Naf on the Canadian side, 30 frags for him, already the 30 bomb. Sanks 32 frags to his name as well. So congrats to those guys, really good play. Just what we would have wanted. Once again, USA picking up the opening frag there. That's Wabbit down for the count. 5 versus 4. Are we going to overtime, or will Canada get revenge?
It's really exciting.
Yesterday. It is. Yeah. I'm actually tense right now. It's awesome.
I'm so tense as well. This is becoming a really exciting game and a very exciting and wonderful end to the North American qualifiers. Even though this game, there's not much to play for, except for, like, you know, national pride and whatnot, it's still such a close game, and it tells you so much about the World Championships. Right now they're both qualified, but they're still playing their hearts out, and they really want to win, both teams, and it's really fantastic to see so many different players in these different mixed teams playing against each other. And I hope that it's brought, not only just like brought people to love their own nations, but also brought people all over the world globally together. But there's the 2 entry frags for the USA. They're moving towards the B site here. Canada are only 1 round away from winning this best of 3 and achieving revenge. Harvey, Naf and Daps are the remaining players, and they will be playing for the retake here. And they will have money for the next round if they lose it. Peter takes down Daps. Harvey and Naf now remaining. Coming in from Ruins. 2 against 5. We've seen Naf play very, very well. Gets 2 kills. Looks for the 3rd but doesn't find it. Stewie takes him down, and Stewie with a double on Harvey. It's overtime, Mr. Chewy. And we go on to the first round of overtime. I think it's max round 6. So Canada will be starting off on the CT side and the USA on the T side.
This is like just absolutely crazy. I mean, the Canada team broke like an 8 or 9 win streak in rounds from, it was an 8 win streak in rounds from the USA. Then they won 6 of their own. That pendulum swung back in their favor to even things to make things actually 15-14 in their favor. And then the pendulum swung back just for 1 round for USA to make things 15-15. This has just been back and forth. Absolutely crazy. It is going to be MR6 10K here. So, you know, pressure straight on the line here, and I don't know your opinions about this, but I actually much prefer MR6 to MR10 because I mean,
too
like,
much. MR10
yeah, it is. It's way too. It's too long, and like the economy comes in way more to play here in MR6, in my opinion. So yeah, I much prefer it.
All right. Canada need to secure as many rounds as they can on the CT side. You know what? I say that, but then I say, hang on a second. Both teams actually played a really good T side as well. So both teams playing better T side. So in fact, maybe we're expecting USA to come out with more rounds in this MR6. Oh, missed shot there by Peter. Doesn't get the trade frag at Banana. Now the terrorists do have the slight advantage because it's a 4-on-4. Harvey's down to 11 health, and they're getting ready to push towards the B site, but the CTs are making the right decision of rotating Daps to that position. And it's very tense at the moment. It's all to play for here between the 2. And they will be going for a B execute. 2 CTs ready and waiting. There's a CT smoke, but nobody's on the other side of it. They're going to be pushing forward. They're Molotov that position. There's nobody going to be there. Now they just have to check Ruins and Dark. Daps pops out, gets 1 frag for being shot down. Naf has to play big here. Whaps out with M4. Oh, and it's a double kill. Triple perhaps for Naf, but Peter returns. It's a 1 versus 2 now for Peter against Harvey and Wabbit. And the bomb's in the water. He has to take it out. Shake it a bit, get it to dry, and plant the bomb. Puts the smoke on Ruins, is behind the fountain. No one's going to kill him, but I think Harvey knows exactly where he is at the moment. And oh my goodness, nade from Wabbit. No chance whatsoever. Picks up the AWP. Defuse kit for Canada. There you have it, 16-15.
That was a really big round for Canada to win because they, like, USA got the entry frag, Semphis being taken down whilst pushing aggressively through amps. Forgive me for forgetting who got that frag. Miss Harvey was dinked down low to 11 points of health within the first, like, 25 seconds or so in apps over towards A. So it kind of surprised me in some essences that USA actually decided to go for B because, as I say, like, they did a lot of damage over towards A in the early stages, and Canada didn't really counteract that. They kept 2 players over towards B, but hey ho, you know, they don't have as much information as we do. We can see the whole HUD with all 10 players on it, so you know, there's some other behind the scenes decision making going on, and
Mate,
Canada take the first round of overtime.
We sound like such smart asses when we commentate. Well, they should have played like this, and then we're on the server. We're absolute.
That's a difficult thing. Like, try not to do that as a caster,
but you have
because yeah, like, it's really difficult because we've got so much more information than them. So that's the thing. If a caster ever comes across as like being smug, like say, oh, they should have done this, they should, it's purely because we have a slight bit more information than the players do, because we can see all the blue and yellow dots. What a shot by Daps.
Daps with the magic wonder shot through the smoke. And he takes down Peter. Fugly goes down over at Apartment. Sanks is looking for the entry here in Balkan. He finds Harvey. Harvey actually takes him out. Really nicely done, winning that 1v1. And now it's not looking good at all here for the USA. Emily on her own in a 1v5. And Chewy, I didn't get it wrong there.
No, you did not. Congratulations. But she's going to be able to knock Naflo. Just about gets the frag. She's on 45 HP, but she's still got 4 very angry CTs to come up against here. And I think the decision is just to save, but she gets caught out in balcony. Falls, and that will be 17 to 15 here. So the USA, their backs against the wall once again here by the looks of things. If Canada can take this last round, they've got a mixed buy coming in. Sanks will be able to buy up fully, but Peter, because he bought an AWP earlier on, and I think he may have bought one in the last round, forgive me if I'm wrong with that, but he's only got a Tech 9 in hand, so they can still do damage. But Canada looking good to a clean sweep on their CT side if they can convert this last one here successfully.
Going for that fast beak banana control. Emily, very aggressive. Very aggressive. I'm actually pushing behind that little cart. Jumping up and down, making a lot of noise. And it's going to be an execute towards the B site. No hidden plans from the Americans. Very standard T side. Getting the trades, pushing forward. Naf is in a lot of trouble. Nade comes down. He's on 16 health, still alive somehow. Smoked off. He actually flashes his opponents. Wabbit comes in. I don't know how Naf is still alive right now. Sanks takes down Wabbit. Naf is still there, but finally Peter takes him through the smoke. And Canada will lose the final round of this overtime half, or the first overtime, somehow, to not the best buy really from the terrorists. And it was just really simple, like, okay, listen, we're just going to go for a standard B execute. Go in, no flashes, no smoke, just a CT smoke, and then make the trades, and it worked out for them. And we didn't see much of that by the Americans. They were always like trying to get control, then backing away, then instead they just went straight for it, and it worked out for them to pick up a round.
Like, that really should have been Canada's round, because they stacked 3 players on towards B. Obviously, usually you kind of have 3 on A, 2 on B, but they actually had Semphis, who usually, I think, plays over towards A, or who has, for a couple of CT rounds, actually play over towards B there. So Canada really should have won that, but I love the change of pace from USA, changing things up, getting aggressive, as you say, just going for the full, quick B execute, winning their gunfights, getting the entry frag, and therefore converting the round. So 17 to 16 will be the score. USA still in with a very good shot of this. And they have now moved to that more favoured CT side, a lot of people would argue. But as you spotted out yourself, so far we've seen more round wins on the T side than we have the CT between these two. So Canada is still in a good spot. And, you know, I can't call this one, mate. It's too close.
It's too close indeed. So Emily and Peter with a double up setup here on the CT side, 2 on the B, 3 at A. Very standard. It's going to be a B execute coming in from Canada now for the entry frag on Stewie. Emily on her own, she'll be shot down by Wabbit. Very good start here for the round of Canada. And Daps is there to cut the flank. Really, really nice play from the Canadians. And it's almost a flawless T-side round. If they win this, they only need 1 more round. And they'll take the win from the United States of America. Canada would get the revenge and would get the very, very well fought for best of 3, I think. They fought hard and they fought with heart.
I mean, if they win this, and it's looking like they will, we can talk about it now while the save goes on here for Peter with that AWP looking to carry it through to the 5th round of overtime. But let's not forget that Canada, I know it's different teams again, but I'm still going to talk about it in nations just because it's easier. Like, Canada won cash yesterday and then lost the following 2 maps. USA won the first map, which was Dust 2 today, and now it's looking potentially likely that Canada could win 2 maps in a row and return it. And, you know, real credit to Canada here, just to, 1, take it to overtime, actually, but if they win this as well, that'll be phenomenal. phenomenal, because let's not forget, they were 14-9 down. They lost, I think it was 8 rounds in a row, you know, before they could even pick up a single round on their on their CT side even. So to bring it back here and now be on the cusp of victory is a phenomenal performance from all of them.
Really, really well done, since America won the pistol round and then got the couple of rounds on the T side, and it looked like they were well on their way to take the map. Canada, I think it was 14-10, was it? Or 14-9? Just
14-9, yeah.
Yeah, 14-9 just went bam. We're going to get back into
It took 8 rounds for them, like, to win. To win a round on their CT side. That, you know, that streak from USA was huge.
Yeah, and their T side just now looked really, really powerful. USA had no answers for it. So let's see. It's match point right now. If Canada take this round, they will win the best of 3. Daps firing away after being flashed by Fugly, giving away his position. Fugly knows there's one person at least in apartments. The rest of them are getting ready for an A execute. They have all the utility they need. There's a flash by Daps as he backs away. And he's going to come with his teammates from Quad. Fugly. And he actually walks back. Daps walks back. Fugly now, the Team Liquid player. He's not had a great game playing the very important and pivotal pit area and the A site. It's really slow here. 30 seconds left on the clock, and there's a rotation coming in from the B side. Daps takes down Fugly with the Molotov over at pit. Peter's got his AWP and he's going to miss his shot. Stance takes down Daps. Wabbit with the return. Oh, he's looking good here for Canada. It's 4-on-1. They've completely decimated the American defense on the A side. It's all up to Stewie. 2K on his own in a 1v4 if he wants America to win this best of 3. But I have a feeling Semphys's lads have done it. There you have it. Canada with the win. 19-16 on overtime, Chewy. Fantastic.